Yeah, well, clearly we won't be the favourites for the tie, but everything is possible. And I think the goal that we scored brings a different view of the game totally. You know, coming in at 2-1 and 2-0 is there's quite a big difference. So, but yeah, we know that over the two legs we'd have to play really well to come through.
Gabriel. 1 second, sorry. Just for the mic, sorry.
Just first of all, Brendan, is it a full squad to choose from tomorrow?
Yeah, everyone available, yeah.
And just in terms of the way the team are playing, especially going forward now, you've brought in Jota, you've got Adam scoring goals through the middle, Dyson's played through the middle, scored goals out wide as well. How good is that for you as a manager? Is it one of those good headaches that you've got tomorrow night to decide who starts in the lineup?
Yeah, I think we look at the game and we decide and design the plan for the game, but knowing that whatever team starts the game will need the players coming off the side to affect the game for us. It's such a demanding level physically. So we're prepared for that. We've seen it in the first game. We didn't give away so much defensively. The team worked it really well, and then obviously in that last 25 minutes we were able to show our football. So we'll need all of that in the game.
Robert.
Hi, Brendan. Vincent Kompany spoke earlier on today and he was telling us that Harry Kane's a doubt, and he kind of wouldn't determine whether he was actually going to play or not. Does it change anything for you whether Kane plays or not?
It doesn't change anything in terms of we need to win the game and we want to win the game, and if Harry didn't play then of course it's a big miss for them, but I'm pretty sure there's another world-class player that can come in and play. So but I would expect Harry to play.
Tony.
Brendan, it would be one of the greatest results in Celtic's European history if you can pull this off. But these things have happened down throughout the years. I think the miracle on ice, the miracle of Medina. I mean, you are looking to perform a kind of sporting miracle here, because not many teams come here and win, but you've still got a fighting chance.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was the key for us in the first leg. When you play two-legged games, it's important that you come into your second game and you have the opportunity and you have the chance to do that. And so we had to be smart, and we'll have to be smart again tomorrow in the game. But we have players that can score goals. I think for us, as I said, we defend it well. We didn't give so much away. We were disappointed with the goals that we conceded, just on the timings and especially the second goal. So we know we can defend at this level, and then it's just having that courage and that bravery to go and play our game, and that'll be key for us tomorrow. So it's a beautiful pitch. The arena's amazing to come and play in, and it's, as I said, it's the second leg. So we want to make sure we leave everything out there on the field. And as I mentioned, anything is possible in the game. Anything can happen, and hopefully we can go and produce a performance that gives us the result in the end.
Chris.
Hi, Brendan. In terms of your approach to the game tomorrow night, how much of a balancing act is there between knowing you have to obviously score and making sure that you're not on the end of something that's too bad?
Cheers, Chris. I don't really think of the too bad. I just think of us, and the mentality is to get through the tie. I think we learnt from the too bad. The setback was there, and what we understood what we had to do better, and that you can't go, no matter how much emotion there is, and you can't go chasing the game. This is a level where very difficult to press the game for 90 plus minutes. So being in balance, the word that you mentioned, is absolutely spot on. You have to defend well. They're going to have spells with the ball. I think up until the other week, up until the weekend, I seen something where our game was the lowest possession that they had, Bayern, and over the course of the season, and for those in XG and everything else, it was the lowest expected goals in the game. So that tells us that we defend it well. We'll have to defend well again, and then we're going to have spells with the ball, and we know that we have the quality to score. But balance is the right word. We have to be clever and smart in how we play the game, and then make sure that we're in the game.
Ewan.
Brendan, in terms of broader context, is it tougher than ever to pull off a result against a top team in Europe, which obviously Bayern are? Has that challenge got stiffer over even the last few years?
I think it's definitely grown. There's no doubt about that. It's just the challenge of this level, but it's something that we want to embrace that challenge. I think that we've done very, very well to get to this point. When you get to this point, you're going to play top-level teams. This is a team that has world-class players. But for us, it'll be about our collective, and we've shown already in this tournament that when we can play at the very top of our game, and if a team has anywhere near an off game or they're not at their best, that we are a team that can punish it.
Scott.
Hi, Brendan. Is this a game where all the pressure's on Bayern Munich, the fact they're at home, there's a big expectation on them, and obviously the final this year is in Munich as well?
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt that everyone will look at this game and us being the underdog in the game. And that's totally understandable with everything. This is the club that it is, the revenues, everything. So we respect that. But that doesn't change for us. We're still very mindful to be super competitive in the game, and as I said, we know that if we can play to our level, then it can make the game really difficult for Bayern. But there's no doubt, yeah, we come in here as the underdog in the game.
Robert.
Just wondering, Brendan, how is it you go about getting the players to rise to the occasion as a manager on a night like this?
I think it's just spelling out that, you know, you come to this level and you have to play without any fear. I think there's worse things in football that can happen than lose, or worse things in life that can happen than lose a game of football. So for us, we want to ensure that when we come in after the game, if we don't go through, we've given it absolutely everything, you know. And that's just, it's just, you know, I have a look at this game and I think that I'm so glad I have this group of players that have a great mentality and an incredible professionalism. And if they can go and show that, then we know that we're in with a chance. And as long as you can, you know, take that opportunity to give your very, very best, then you know you can come in and just say, listen, we were beaten by the better team. The regret is always if you don't, and you just turn up too late for the game. So there's no second chance after tomorrow night. We've got the one opportunity. We've got to be clever, we've got to be bright, and we've got to be brave in the game. And if we can do that, we've shown, and history's shown that in sport that, as I said, anything can happen. So that's what we focus on.
Brendan, across your two spells at Celtic, you've won so many trophies, played in so many big games, but here tomorrow night in the Allianz Arena, with a place in the last 16 in the Champions League on the line, is this one of your biggest games?
But it is. It's in the context of our European season this season. It's a huge game. So, but it's also a huge opportunity. I see it as a wonderful opportunity. I know that when we come out after tomorrow night, win, lose the game, this has been a great adventure for us this season, and it's we've shown progress at this level. And that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to bring stability. We wanted to make our supporters proud. We wanted to show that we have that respectability at the level and that we can compete. And I think we've done all of those things. So, but tomorrow night, with the opportunity to get through into a quarter-final, it's it would be huge, and it's one I'm so looking forward to see us take on the challenge.
Tony.
Yeah, hi Brendan. Just going back to last week's game in Glasgow, it was obvious for the final 20-25 minutes how much Dyson Maeda was able to impact things for you when he played centrally through the middle. I'm just wondering for tomorrow whether that might influence the way that you look to shape the team up.
Certainly something that we looked at and talked about as coaches. But whatever we go with, whether it's Adam or Dyson, we still have the ability to affect the game. So yeah, it's something of course the design of the team and what it is we want to do. It was certainly a consideration.
Sir,
Brendan,
at the back, please.
I just wonder, what lessons have you learnt from the Dortmund game that might stand you in good stead for this game here in Munich?
I think you can become too emotional at this level, and I think that was clearly what happened for us in Dortmund. I think in the Dortmund game we chased the game. You know, we went behind them. As I said, we had scored early on, and the lessons that we learned from that, of course, even though our plan was to be stable and steady and compact, we showed that if you're not that and you go off piste as such, then you can get really, really punished. And I think that's been the big learning for us from that game, that if you're not tight and you're not stable and you're not compact and you're not concentrated and you leave space for world-class players, you'll get punished. So we were able to learn from that setback, go away, and it's the mark of the group that they're a humble group. We had to take that on the chin, and we came away and had some really good performances after that. So yeah, and then we've taken into our games at Atalanta and other games where we've been calm in our defending. So that's what you need to be at this level. You need to be in balance and have that calmness to your defending, but also then provide that threat with the ball. So hopefully we can see that tomorrow.
Just when it comes to your team and your lineup, is Jota fit enough to start a game like this?
Yeah. If we decide that's what we need to do, he can start the game. There's no doubt he's working his way back to his highest level physically in terms of how I want the team to press. But there's no doubt he can look after the ball. And in arenas like this here, you need players that can take the ball and look after it. So he's a wonderful player. I've seen the talent now close up. I've seen it in the games, and it's just about working his way back to that highest level. And if I need him to start, he's ready to start.